Alrighty, good morning, everybody. Good morning. What is going on? Phil here live on the stream. Welcome back from a day off. The day when I do not stream during the week. The one day that I don't stream during the week, which was yesterday. I'm back today. I hope you all had a good day away. I do. I hope that you all had a fun Monday. Whatever it is that you may have done on Monday. I had a good day. For the first time in a long time, on my day off, it wasn't like super hot, which was good. So Kat and I were able to go around and get the stuff done that we needed to do, without relatively too much problem. It wasn't like swelteringly hot, although the car was still hot a little bit when it was parked in the sun. But outside of that, it was a pretty solid day out. Got a lot of stuff done. Had some fun, some good food. And, it was a good day to kind of, relax and rejuvenate and then come back refreshed today for a full week, right? Another 6 straight days of streaming that we'll be doing, okay? So, let's talk a little bit, everybody. Let us talk, shall we? First of all, ladies and gentlemen, I have a big update in regards to the Rage Athan. Ladies and gentlemen, the Rage Athan has been set. The games have been selected. That is correct. So I hope that you guys are excited for this. For those who are not aware, the Rage Athan is an upcoming marathon event that we're going to be doing in this month. All right, it's going to happen by the end of this month, probably right before the horror games hit on the final day of August. I probably will be doing my Rage Athan right about then. All right. Now, you guys have been nominating and voting on games for the Rage Athan all month long. And finally, we have a determination on what games will be in the Rage Athan. In no particular order, because I actually don't remember the order of popularity. The games are as follows: World of Warcraft, The Elder Scrolls 4 Morrowind, okay, Crash Team Racing, Street Fighter 5, and Ninja Gaiden Black. Okay? Now, the thing is, we now have about roughly about a week to a week and a half to figure out what's the best way to play these games. Obviously, World of Warcraft is a PC exclusive. That's going to be on PC. Morrowind, I believe, eventually was ported to consoles. I think. So I think that would be possible for me to play on a console, but I'm not 100% on that. I guess I'll have to look into that. Obviously, Crash Team Racing and Street Fighter 5 I already own, so that's easy peasy. That's a no-brainer. Just reload them on my PS4, and we're good to go. Ninja Gaiden Black. This one I don't know too much about. I don't know what console it's on. I don't know how to get it, how it's available. So if anyone has recommendations on how I could get it and, how to play it, I'm all ears because I want to be able to get it relatively soon. I want to get all these things lined up and installed and ready to go so that the Rage Athan can just happen rather than me rushing last minute to get it all set up, okay? Now the thing is, with World of Warcraft, I know for a fact that obviously I'm not going to be paying for a ton of monthly subscription time or anything like that. And I believe the core game, the base game, is free, right? You can download the game, it's just that you have to pay for the monthly subscription or whatever. Now, I did a free trial of it years ago, all right, years and years ago, when I actually tried to play it for a stream, and it didn't work because the trolling happened, and I think that's why people voted it for the Rage Athan. They want to see people come and try to troll me again on the stream for about 90 minutes, okay? And undoubtedly, that's exactly what's going to happen. It's going to be a bunch of trolls coming in and messing with me for like an hour to 90 minutes, okay? So I guess the question is, what do I do? Do I install it on my PC and then do you pay the subscription fee, or will they allow me to do a free trial again if I register with a different email or something? Do I have to make a new account? I don't know how this works. Now, some people have said, well, what about playing World of Warcraft Classic, which is releasing soon? I mean, if that's available in time for this Rage Athan, like I said, I'm thinking the Rage Athan will more than likely be like August 29th, which is the Thursday before that Friday when all those Survivor horror games come out. So if it's coming out before then why not try World of Warcraft Classic, I guess, and see. But if it doesn't, I don't know. So if it's on the 27th, people are saying, well, then I guess we could do that. And I guess then the question is World of Warcraft Classic free, or is it hopefully relatively inexpensive? All right, you know what I mean? Like, I'm hoping that it's not like, I'm not paying $30, $40 for this fucking thing, okay? Just being very honest with all of you. I'm not breaking the bank here to buy a game, which is why it was funny that people were like, nominating Fire Emblem. I was like, no, I'm not spending $60 on a fucking RPG I'm going to play for an hour and never play again. That's just stupidity, and that's why that wasn't even eligible, okay? So, you know, let's see, I guess. We now have over a week to try to figure out exactly how this is going to go down. Okay? And go from there. You know, there's a lot of interactive streams coming up where I'm sure people will be now talking with me about it and saying, oh, I recommend this, I recommend that. So that's good. Let's talk it out, let's figure it out. I see some people are saying both Morrowind and Ninja Gaiden Black are available on Xbox One as backwards compatible games. If that's the case, great. Sounds good to me. Sounds like a plan. Sounds like exactly what I should do then. Okay? Alright, so that's it. That's the Rage Athan. Those 5 games, and it's going to be probably taking place Thursday the 29th of August, FYI. Okay? So now we got that done. Alright? Well, not done, but, you know, we're going to start planning it. Now, this month, FYI, we already hit the sub goal for this month, and we're going to begin planning the retrospective event. So, probably within the next week or so, I'll be setting up a thread on my forums on thekingofhate.com, which, by the way, the website is back, and I apologize for this. The website was down the other day. The webmaster had been doing a relatively routine upgrade, and should have been up and running within, like, hours, and apparently the upgrade, like actually errored out in the middle. And, you know, my webmaster was in the middle of his busy day and didn't go back to check right away. And apparently the website was completely down for, like, a half the day at least because of this. So I told him, he went back, he's like, oh shit, and he restarted it and everything went fine. So the website is back. Thekingofhate.com is back, okay? So, yeah, this week I'll be setting up the thread by which you guys are going to be able to nominate your favorite moments of my 11-year legacy as a content creator, all right, that you would like to see me go back and do in a retrospective event. We're going to go back and watch those moments together live on stream. I'll be reacting to them and giving you behind-the-scenes commentary on stuff like that for the first time. And the thing is, you know, these events, I've done them before. They've been very successful for various reasons. You know, the first reason is I've been doing this for 11 years, but in most cases, I've never actually gone back to watch anything that I've done to with over the 11 years. Like, I create the content, I put it out on the internet, you guys watch it, and that's it. I don't have real time to go back and watch and reminisce on the old stuff because I'm always making new stuff. You know what I mean? So, in this regard, it's been the first opportunity in a lot of these cases for me to go back and see these things for the first time ever again. Plus, you know, a lot of the times I'm able to give you kind of like reference to, oh, wow, I remember when I was doing this and this was going on at this time. And here's how things were, you know, were happening here and here. And people have really enjoyed the behind-the-scenes commentary and criticism and stuff that I've added during these retrospective events a few times that I did them, okay? So, that'll be, you know, available in the next week. I'll let you guys know, obviously, when I have a chance and I set up the thread so you can start nominating. And please, the more nominations, the better. It could be anything. It could be a playthrough, video game playthrough, whether it's single or co-op. It could be a vlog, it could be a game review, it could be travel videos, it could be, you know, pretty much anything that I've done over the last 11 years, you know, is eligible. You know, there's a few exceptions, but I always list that in the forum thread, so don't worry. There will be a few criteria that will be listed, so you'll know exactly what's eligible to be nominated, and this should be a good event. That's going to be taking place sometime in September, alright, since we've already got the Rage Athan lined up. You know, this will be taking place sometime in September, alright? So, good stuff. Number one, you know, the great news in regards to the Rage Athan. It's set in stone. It's going to happen. I just got to figure out the right versions of the games to play, so please let me know what you think about that. And number two, now the retrospective event will begin to be set up shortly, okay? There you have it. Okay, now, let's move on and let's talk, guys, about what you guys can expect this coming week. All right, 'cause a lot of people are asking a million questions. I'm just going to be very matter of fact and let you know what I'm planning this next week schedule-wise so you know what to expect. And the bottom line is there's a lot of games that apparently are coming out willy-nilly here, games that are not high-profile AAA games. And some people have said I should check them out, and some people have said, what the hell are they? I never heard of them. What I'm about to tell you is my schedule for the week, and that's that. Like, this is going to settle it kind of in stone. And just so you know, it's not really going to change unless some really crazy extenuating circumstances happen. This is what I'm planning for the next week. All right? So, today, it's the return of Grand Theft Auto 5. Excuse me, Grand Theft Auto 4. Said that completely wrong. Continuing on with my playthrough. Only my second playthrough ever on the internet. And my third playthrough of the game overall. I'm having a lot of fun with the game. Hope you guys have been enjoying the playthrough so far. Regardless of the fact that there's no music, it hasn't really negatively affected it at all yet again. In fact, these playthroughs with no music allow me to hear more dialogue than I've ever heard before. Because the music isn't blaring on the radio. I can hear everything they're saying in the cars and stuff. It's actually, in my opinion, a little bit better story development-wise to hear these side conversations that are going on. Normally in the game, you're driving around, all you hear is blaring music, right? So, Bottle Crunch coming in, guys. So, having a lot of fun with GTA 4. Hope that you guys are having fun with GTA 4. And, going to continue on today 4 more hours. Alright? Tonight, it's my weekly chill stream of Madden 20. That's right, we did a chill stream of it last week that actually was very successful. So I'm going to continue on with Madden 20 tonight. Alright? And you might say, well, what's going to happen? Well, tonight we're in the playoffs. We have our final playoffs game. Okay? Then I believe it's the Pro Bowl, and then it's the Super Bowl. So if I win the next game with the Dolphins in Madden, we're a clinch for the Super Bowl. Then we do the Pro Bowl game, which is basically just like an all-star game. And then it's the Super Bowl. So tonight, potentially, I could be taking the Miami Dolphins to the Super Bowl. And it's going to be pretty cool to see if we can win that. All right? So I hope you guys will be here tonight for Madden. In addition, as you know, Madden is a very chill stream where we talk and interact and have a lot of fun with each other and don't really necessarily focus too much on the gameplay. So it's going to be a great stream. Last week went way better than I had actually even expected it to go. And so I'm hoping for more of the same this week. All right, so hopefully tonight you'll join me. That's around 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, FYI. Tomorrow, it's the return of Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus HD to my main gameplay stream. I played this on Sunday for the first time, and really, people really seem to like the retro throwback vibe. And to be quite honest, I enjoyed it, but I didn't really remember a lot of it. Like, I guess I remember a lot more of Sly 2 and 3 than I do Sly Cooper 1. Because I was playing this game and I was like, I really don't remember that much about this at all. Like, I remember 2 and 3, you start off in these open world hub cities, and you do a lot of exploration. You're looking for collectibles and items and stuff around the cities. And this game is different. It's like more linear and stuff. And I'm like, damn, I don't remember this. So I think because I had played this as the very first Sly game ever over 7 years ago, it hasn't really stuck in my memory. So I'm doing stuff I'm not even remembering, which is kind of neat. All right, so that's a good thing. And FYI, more of that tomorrow, 4 more hours. We're about 40% into the game right now. If things go according to plan tomorrow, we'll probably be between another 30 or so percent into the game, which means probably one more session to wrap it up. And yes, this time around, folks, I am going for the Platinum Trophy, which all I need to do is get all the collectible bottles and I'll get it. I was very close to getting the Platinum the first time I played the game, but the first time I played it was me with my old school camera and my old school recording methods. And because of that, I actually missed out on a couple of the collectible bottles that I needed to get all the abilities in the game and the Platinum Trophy. So this time around, I'm going for the Platinum. So that's cool. Another cool thing about the run is going for the Platinum, okay? So that's tomorrow. Now, tomorrow night, I'll be doing another late night stream of Judgment. For those who've been tuning into Judgment recently, you would know I'm in the midst of doing all the side content of the game, which apparently is still available at the end of the game, which is kind of crazy. But I've made a ton of friendships. I've done almost all of the side case investigation cases. It's it's been quite interesting, to say the least, in the last week or two that I've been playing Judgment and been doing the side content, and it's really fun to do it. So I'm going to keep doing that Wednesday night, and see 2 more hours, see if we're getting near the end of it, by the way. I should bring that up. We are getting very near the end of the side content, which then means we can complete the game, which I know a lot of people have been waiting for weeks now, and they're a little pissed that I'm doing the side content instead of finishing it, but I wanted to see all the side content because it's really good, okay? So that's going to be Wednesday. Thursday, mixing it up a bit, Life is Strange 2, that's right, that game still exists and is still releasing episodes. Is releasing episode 4 this coming Thursday. That's going to be my main gameplay stream for Thursday. Life is Strange episode 2, okay? And then Thursday night will be my weekly Black Ops 4 Blackout stream. Battle Royale stream Thursday night to balance with Life is Strange. Then on Friday, I will be playing my weekly Dragon Quest Builders 2 session. And this is interesting because, excuse me, we're just finishing up with a few odds and ends on the Island of Awakening, but we're about to head off to a new island completely. And that's cool because the new islands always introduce tons of new gameplay elements that basically make the game feel refresh and new. And I'm very much looking forward to that. So that's going to be Thursday. And then Thursday night, excuse me, that's going to be Friday. Boy, I'm mixing up all the days here. Dragon Quest Builders 2 will be Friday. Friday night is going to be my weekly Minecraft chill stream. Now, if you remember last week's stream, holy crap, we had some crazy battling for the top contributor spot to determine what would be named in the game after them. And it looks like Ozymandias won out. And we're going to be climbing to the top of my lighthouse to put up a nice couple of signs and the things that he wanted me to put up there. It's going to be a fun stream, all right? So that's going to be Friday. And then this weekend, Saturday, Sunday, it's going to be more GTA 4 and more Sly Cooper. In fact, more than likely, it's going to be the conclusion of Sly Cooper, okay? And we're going to pair that with more chill streaming stuff. Now, what chill streaming stuff? More than likely, we're going to have a session of Judgment Saturday night. And then probably Sunday night, maybe my weekly throwback Street Fighter stream, all right? So I pretty much just outlined the entire week for all of you, okay? That's what you can expect. Great variety, okay? Fun chill streams at night. It's going to be a good time. Now, you may be saying, well, wait a minute, Phil. This so-and-so game supposedly came out this week, and you didn't mention it. What give? This other game. Here's the deal. There's too much going on for me to play every game anymore. It's always been like, it's been like this all year, where there's a million little games coming out, and everyone's like, Phil, why aren't you playing them? You know, you used to play every single game. That's not the case anymore. Now, I pick and choose what I play. I have fun with what I'm playing, and that's kind of the deal. So, this week, I'm really not interested in any of the new releases. Now, let's say this week passes, and at the end of this week, people are like, dude, Phil, you really missed out. Because there was these games that you didn't play, and everyone else is playing them and saying they're great. So I'll give you an example. Earlier this year, A Plague Tale was a game that was the situation. I didn't really, I was on the fence about it. I didn't get it. And then later in the week, people told me it was great, so I went and played it, and I absolutely loved it. So there's a case that, that may happen. All right? But I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. And I'm going to see what happens this week with these games that apparently are coming out. All right. And go from there. Let's see. All right. But I told you my schedule for the week. Let's see. If during the week people are like, man, you should have played this other game, then maybe eventually I will play it. But, right. See, Bambino, he just says, it used to be like this from like October to December. It used to always be like this from October to December where there'd be so many new releases that I'd have to juggle a few of them. People would get upset. Now it's like this all year. You're right, Bambino. At this point, gaming has become so mainstream now that there at any moment could be a plethora of games all being released at the same time. You might not even know about them because they don't get any marketing or promotion or whatever until they finally come out, and then reviewers start dropping good review scores. Like, what the hell? Like, no one even knew what the hell A Plague Tale was until the game dropped, and people were like, holy shit, this is like a really good game. And that's kind of the situation we're in now in the modern era of gaming, is that there's so many games coming out at any given moment that it's hard to tell what's good and what's not. In addition, a lot of the games that get the promotion, that get the attention, aren't very good. The AAA games that have been coming out the last several years, I mean, let's face it, they have not been great. they've been pretty shitty and duds, in my opinion. So, let's see. Let's see how things go. All right, let's play it by ear. Again, I have my schedule for the week, but if things turn out differently and things turn out, really well with an indie game or whatever, and people want to see me play one and, mention it, maybe I will, but that's my schedule for the week. Okay, now next week, things are going to pick up big time. Next week, guys, we've got a new release from a game maker called Remedy. These are the same people who made Alan Wake and Quantum Break. It's called Control. It's about a woman with telekinetic powers where she can push things, pull things, mind control people, have cover from bullets with like levitating objects. It looks pretty interesting. But just because, man, my stupid throat. That's better. But just because it looks interesting doesn't mean it's going to translate into a great game. And the reason I say that, and say that skeptically, is because I played Quantum Break. And Quantum Break, on all pieces of paper and trailers, looked good. But then when you actually played the game, the gameplay was boring as dirt. It was really the story elements and the choice elements you can make in the game that were interesting. But the story itself was so fucking boring. Excuse me. The gameplay itself was so fucking boring and repetitive and grindy. The game ended up being not very good. Okay? So, I'm kind of skeptical about Control. I'm hoping it ends up being good, though. Okay? Later on in the week, that final week of August, we're going to have the Rage Athan on August 29th. That's going to be a marathon-style stream where I'm doing all rage-inducing games. Okay? And then on the 30th, it's the 2 horror games that are coming out. Man of Medan, from the Dark Pictures anthology of horror games that begins that day, from the makers of Until Dawn. That's going to be great. If it's anything like Until Dawn, I think we're going to have a ton of fun with that one. And Blair Witch. Okay, that cleared my throat. Yes, Blair Witch also comes out that same day. So 2 horror games on the same goddamn day. All right, now, Blair Witch is a game under the Microsoft umbrella. And what that means is that if I get the Microsoft Game Pass for 1 month, which I believe is like $15 or something like that, I should be able to get not only Blair Witch for that price and play through the whole game, but also in 2 weeks, within 2 weeks of Blair Witch releasing, Gears of War 5 is releasing. So I was on the fence and I was saying, man, I really don't know if I'm going to be getting Gears of War 5 this year, because I definitely don't want to drop a bunch of money for it, especially because in Gears of War 4, not a lot of people really liked it. Well, guess what? If I'm going to get the Microsoft Game Pass to get Blair Witch, I get Gears of War 5 as well for that same price. So what the hell? Now it's a no-brainer that I'll play Gears 5 when it comes out. I'll play through the story, and I'll probably do some of the multiplayer. Okay? So that makes sense. I think that makes a lot more sense this way. That's a cool thing. Drop a few bucks, play 2 high-profile games within a few weeks of each other. Sounds great, and that's definitely what I'm going to be doing. Okay? So, there you go. So, the last week of August is going to be jam-packed with content, new release content. Of course, I'm still going to be playing Grand Theft Auto 4. I'm not going to be done with it by then, but I'll maybe be near the end of the game. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens, okay? Should be good. I'm excited now. We got a good week ahead of us, and then we got a week full of new release content and a marathon. So, I mean, great stuff coming, and I'm excited for all this stuff. I hope you guys are excited as well. Okay? Fair enough? All right, guys. I covered a lot of stuff. Sorry it took so long, but there's a lot of stuff to talk about there on the pre-stream. All right, now, let's very briefly move on to the gratuitous plug segment. For 11 years, ladies and gentlemen, I've been a content creator. I absolutely love what I do for a living, and I love having 11 years of my life, my legacy of video creation on the internet, okay? That being said, it certainly hasn't been the smoothest of rides. It's been a bumpy road. There's been highs and lows. Things have changed dramatically. When I first started, I just did this as a hobby for 2.5 years. Then when I lost my office job, I made it my living, my job, to be a YouTuber for 6 years. In 2017, it wasn't viable anymore to be a YouTuber because YouTube lost most of their advertisers, and I had to make ends meet somehow. So I became a full-time streamer. Now, for the past 2.5 years, I've been doing that, and I've absolutely loved it. I love the interactions we have on streams. I love the fact that the streams are more organic now. It doesn't feel like me just sitting in an isolation booth playing a game anymore. Instead, it feels a lot more interactive and fun here on the streams, all right? But that being said now, my income dramatically has shifted. It used to be, you know, I make all my money on advertisements that run on YouTube videos, and that's not the case anymore. In fact, YouTube has pretty much gone by the wayside. I barely make anything whatsoever on my YouTube videos at all anymore. My income is very much primarily dependent on your crowdfunding here on the live streams, okay? So if you guys love what I do on a daily basis, you like that I'm here 6 days a week, putting in full-time hours, streaming constantly, mix of new releases and throwback stuff and chill streams and all kinds of fun stuff, and you want to see this continue to go on and be successful, all right? And if you like the fact that I still do bother with the fact that I go to YouTube every day and I upload the videos at long-form archives of my streams here, despite the fact that it's more of a chore than anything else. If you like all this, you want to see it continue, there are many ways that you can contribute and, you know, allow this to keep being successful, and I will outline some of those right now. All right? But before I do, I would like to say this right up front. Even though contributions are greatly appreciated, even though contributions help keeps things going, they pay my bills, they pay for games, they pay for everything, and they allow me to keep doing what I love for a living, they're not mandatory. Contributions are not mandatory. I'm happy to just have people come by and hang out and watch me play games every day and care about the fact that I'm still here doing it after 11 years. It's pretty amazing that every day I get messages from people telling me how much this means to them. In fact, I just got one the other day. It was like very heartwarming. I was like, God damn, 11 years of people are still to this day telling me how much, you know, this means to them and helps them. So it really is worth it for me to tough through all the shit that I've been through to keep doing it, okay? All that being said, you know, it's not expected and it's not mandatory that you contribute. If you just hang out with me, it's cool, man, all right? But if you can contribute, understand it is greatly appreciated, and that's the reason why I'm still here. So here's how you can contribute. The first way is you can check out my Patreon at patreon.com/DarkSidePhil, where I do a monthly campaign. And those who pledge can earn personal perks depending on how much they pledge. The perks are pretty good, but I'm not going to stand here and talk about them all day when they're all listed in great detail on the website. So please give it a look. Patreon.com/DarkSidePhil. And thanks to anyone who's a pledgee or anyone who considers becoming a new pledgee as well. All right. Now, I also have a Teespring store where I sell all kinds of fun merchandise, primarily t-shirts, but there's sweatshirts, stickers, mugs, etc. So please consider checking that out. Anything you buy from my Teespring store helps me out, and you get a cool collectible out of it. All right. If you're here live on the stream, all right, and you want to get some interaction with me during the stream, maybe have some fun, whether I want to ask me a question or just give a shout out or whatever. If you either cheer with bits or subscribe to the channel or you tip me today, I will give you a live shout out during the course of today's stream. But please understand that what I say and do on my streams is subjective. I control what happens on my streams, and ultimately, I am not obligated to say or do anything in conjunction with any contribution. It's me doing it of my own free will to be nice. I'm not actually contractually needing to do anything just because someone sent me a cheer or whatever, okay? That being said, I do my best to give credit to those who contribute because I want them to get shout-outs. I want them to be recognized. It's an awesome thing that people want to help out, okay? But there are a few criteria that I have to follow, okay? The first is that Twitch has its own terms of service that allows me to say and do certain things and not others. So understand that, you know, there's only so much I can say and do. I can't go above those means. So if you get people trying to get me to say stuff to get in trouble or whatever, obviously I'm not going to, you know, be responding to that. Okay, that's number one. Number two, I like to maintain a certain chill vibe around my streams where when you come by, it's more like a relaxed style stream. I mean, yeah, there may be some rage and there may be some fun in regards to how I'm reacting to the game I'm playing. But in general, I want you to come by and feel like you're going to have a good, safe time. And, you know, we can all see my honest reactions to a game and enjoy them and have fun with them and kind of interact with everyone in the stream chat and just have a good laid-back time. You don't want drama. You don't want arguments. You don't want evil and toxic negativity or attacks. We don't care about, you know, what so-and-so said or did about me today or did some nasty thing. We know that people are always doing nasty shit about me for no fucking reason, right? We know that. In addition, We don't talk about politics or religion, at least as a focus, because we know that when people bring those things up, it's very argumentative and people tend to get angry with each other. There's no real reason to do that on my streams. The bottom line is you would come to my stream to escape the real world and have some fun. You're not coming here to be reminded of all the dramatic shit that you fucking want to get away from, right? So that's why we don't play that game, right? That's why it's more about just having a chill, fun time. So thanks to those who follow those rules and understand. That's what it's all about. As you can see, we have a Stream Stats leaderboard at the top of your screens. That leaderboard is there so that we can track things like the top cheerer and top tipper of the day. And if you are the top cheerer or top tipper, you will get recognition up on that leaderboard. All right. There's also a cheering leaderboard that is integrated into Twitch itself, and that leaderboard tracks bit cheering automatically, and so people will get credit for their contributions via that as well. Okay, so many opportunities for you to get noticed, many opportunities for you to contribute. Again, anyone who does, thank you very much. It's not mandatory, but please, if you do contribute, it helps out a ton. In particular, right now, the best way if you want to contribute would be to tip me. It helps me more than anything, especially with these new game releases coming up in the next week and coming up in early September. It's the first week of every month when all of my bills usually come due. And I'm going to need help, with that. So please consider tipping me. Tipping me helps me more than anything else right now. There's two ways you can tip. If you look below the stream, there's a tips jar button that you can click on. Or you can type !tip into the stream chat. That brings up a link that you can tip, all right? And important to note, a lot of people say, man, I'd love to contribute, but I'm afraid someone's going to find out it's me and come after me. I might have some trolls harassing me on the internet for supporting a streamer. You don't have to give out your information at all when you tip. You can just be anonymous, right? You can make a name up, or you can make a funny message with a fake name. You don't have to give real information, and no one will know it's you, including me, okay? So please consider tipping me at all. If you can't help, if you can't tip, you can do other things. I'm not looking to give to horse in the mouth. I'm happy for any contributions, but tipping helps me the most, so please consider tipping me today. All right. Now, folks, it is time for the Shoutouts segment, the third and final segment of the pre-stream where I give credit to those who've contributed, and then we get ready and we jump into the game. All right? So, obviously I told you guys I was not here yesterday. And so, obviously, aren't a lot of shout-outs for people yesterday because there was no stream. However, there actually were two people who contributed yesterday, and I would like to give credit for that. We have Golden Colts, who did a 50-bit cheer, and we have Eternia Forever, who resubbed for 17 months and said, yo! So thanks to both Golden Colts and Eternia Forever for your support during my day off when I was not even here, all right? Now, very early this morning, i.e. like overnight, it was actually Dritchberg11s who subscribed to the channel. And that's appreciated as well. Thank you, Dritchberg11, for that subscription overnight. Much appreciated. Also, 4 hours ago, Infinite55 did a 1,000-bit cheer. All right. Now, that is awesome. Thank you very much, Derek. Derek, what the... I failed. I failed because people are now making a running joke that Derek comes to streams. And I saw some people talking about Derek earlier, and it stuck in my head. And now I said thank you to Derek, and Derek's not even involved here. I've made a horrible mistake. And I'm massively embarrassed for it. Let's try this again. Thank you to Infinite55, not Derek, for that cheer. That immediately propels Infinite55 into first place for all of the cheering this week. And it's much appreciated. And the other cool thing is last week, Infinite55 with his cheer, he did a similar cheer last week, almost became the top cheer of the week just for all week with that one cheer. So let's see how long Infinite remains the top cheer of the week this week with this 1,000-bit cheer. Last week it lasted all the way till the end of the week. So we'll see. Can anyone topple Derek off of his top cheerer throne? So thank you for the cheer. All right. So now we move on to those who contributed during the actual live stream while it was live. And the first contribution today came in from Orcs7. He resubscribed to the channel for 25 months. Thank you, Orcs for 25 months of support. That is amazing. That is appreciated. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. By the way, Derek is not number one. Infinite is. I don't know if I said Derek again. I told you, people keep saying Derek in the stream chat, and it makes me say Derek for some reason. Just seeing the word Derek, it makes me say Derek. I don't know why. Okay. So thank you, Orcs7, for 25 months of support, and also thank you, Derek. Wait, what? No! Okay, anyway, let's continue on. Sambuca 2020. Resell for 3 months in a row, 8 months total. Thank you, Sambuca, for the ongoing support, and thank you, Derek. Wait! Alright, thank you, Sambuca, for a 20, I almost said for a 20-bit cheer. Thank you, Sambuca, for a 3-month resub is what I meant to say. Baby Come Back tipped me $1.01 and said, keep the change, you filthy animal. Well, thank you very much to Baby Come Back for the $1 tip. I appreciate that. You're not the top tipper, so I'm not going to put that up on the leaderboard. We're going to have a top tipper in a moment here. But thank you very much for the $1 tip. Get stuff going here. Ludwig World Order Fan did a 100-bit cheer and said, looking forward to Life is Strange Episode 2. Well, actually, it's Life is Strange 2 Episode 4. I know, it's confusing. But it's Life is Strange 2 Episode 4 coming out this Thursday. And here's the thing. I hope it's good. Because that last episode was terrible. Like, no lie, the last episode of Life is Strange 2 was a ginormous fucking dud. I basically laughed at it most of the time. Why these game developers thought hang out with a bunch of fucking stupid hippies and potheads in the woods was going to be an entertaining thing for a fucking game, I have no idea. The only thing I can say is maybe the game developers themselves are a bunch of fucking hippies and potheads who think that it's cool to hang out with hippies and potheads. But for normal people like us, it's not. It was incredibly boring and stupid, and it was just a really bad episode. So I hope that things are better in the next episode, okay? Because this was just not very good. Alright. Ludwig World Order Fan also did another 100-bit cheer and said, more Dragon Quest Builders. Woohoo! Yes, Ludwig World Order Fan has been enjoying the Dragon Quest Builders playthrough a lot. I have been too. Even though I understand it's probably my least popular playthrough that I'm playing right now. I really like Dragon Quest, and this game has a unique elements with the building, and the game has a really fun, long story that I'm very much enjoying. So I'm looking forward to more of that this coming Friday. Okay. Red Skeleton. Not Red Skeleton. Red Skeleton was Red Skeleton was a comedian in the United States of America in the 1900s. Alright? But this guy's Red Skeleton, not Red Skeleton. And Red Skeleton tipped me $5.50. Alright? And he says the following. Do you have a favorite band or artist or music genre? I started listening to Aloe Black lately, and he's pretty good. Well, I've never heard of him. I personally don't listen to any modern artists whatsoever. Just being honest, I don't. In most cases, I don't find modern music very entertaining or good. Okay? I just don't. I think that modern music is more manufactured in a studio with a computer than it is the natural talent of the people who create it. I mean, there are some exceptions to that, obviously, but a lot of the people who are out there who are popular musicians aren't even musicians. So I don't really follow it anymore. The most of the music that I've listened to is more relaxing music. Like, for example, Kat and I have created several different playlists on Pandora for us to listen to for various different times. So we have one that's smooth jazz. We have one that's like Asian style traditional music. So it has things like Japanese music and stuff on there. We've got, if you can believe it, like African cultural folk music. We've got Indian music, like Indian sitar music, and more. There's more. We have more than those. Those are just a few of the playlists we listen to. And it's not necessarily new music. This is all like older classic style music that's cultural music that's very relaxing. And it's good because it's good variety. And it kind of chills us out after like a stressful day. You just sit down there in the living room and relax with Jasper and talk about our day and have a snack and listen to this amazing like really chill music and just unwind, okay? So, it's good. It's a lot of fun, and that's pretty much all we listen to. Like, all I listen to. I don't know if Kat listens to any other music in her free time, but that's it. I don't listen to actively listen to music anymore. So, yeah, I don't have any favorite artist, nothing. You know, nothing like that whatsoever anymore. I just prefer relaxation. Okay? Sounds good? All right. So thank you, Red Skeleton, for the $5.50 tip. Oops, I actually put $5 instead of $5.50 as his tip amount. I want to make sure to have that correct here. There we go. Thank you for the top tip of the day so far. Mikey GTR cheered 100 bits. Says my wife can push and pull things. Big deal. Okay. I don't know what you're talking about. Then Mikey GTR did a 100 bit cheer and said, "Real talk, pick games that we want to watch. This will produce more viewers and more contributions. Games like Madden are a dud." Actually, Mikey GTR, I hate to tell you this because you are very mistaken. All right, I'm sorry, you just are. I'm not trying to be a jerk here. Number one, it's pretty much impossible these days to figure out what games people want to watch. Because a lot of the times the games that get the hype that people want to see, after one session, people realize the games suck and then they don't want to see them anymore. You know, a lot of the new releases that came out this year that everyone yelled at me I should check out were horrible dud games that if I had played them within one session, people would have said, wow, that's a horrible dud game. Don't play it again. And I've already dropped the money on the game, so I'm screwed over. Like I said, a lot of the games this year that have been the best games were hidden gems. So, you know, that's what I'm trying to do is play it by ear and play games that I know are consistently interesting for people to watch me play, like Grand Theft Auto or Sly Cooper, stuff like that as downtime stuff until we get to the really big high-profile new releases for the next few months that hopefully are good. We don't know if they're going to be, but hopefully they are. And then we can focus on those. Now, what's hilarious here is that he says, oh, well, Madden's a dud. You say it's a dud. And essentially, when I played it as a main gameplay stream during the daytime, it did all right at first, and then within a couple sessions, it didn't do well. Well, when I played Madden last week, I'll tell you this, it was a great session. People came out and hung out with me. They were excited to see me try to get the Dolphins to the Super Bowl. It was a chill time where we had a lot of interaction and fun discussion. People were contributing positively. Everything was positive about playing Madden last week. So regardless of now, if you personally like the gameplay of Madden, being here on the stream was a very awesome, positive, and productive stream. So why am I going to drop a game that there's obviously a viewership for, that people are enjoying, just because you personally don't like it and it's not a big AAA release bringing in tons of new viewers doesn't mean shit. Like I said, a lot of the times these new games I'm playing, they bring in viewers for a day because people just want to see, gee, is the hot new release good or not? And then when they see it's not, they say, okay, fuck this, I'll never tune into this game ever again. Now I'm out of $60, you know? That's kind of how it's been this year. 2019's been the year of duds. And that's just, if anything, it just says that's a symptom of a gaming industry that's overbloated and game developers that don't want to take chances or put time and effort into making good games and are only making games just to make a buck. This is what happens. You know, it's sad, but it's true. So I completely disagree with you, Mikey GTR. You may say, oh, well, the Dragon Quest streams and the Blackout streams and the Madden streams don't appeal to me. Therefore, those are terrible streams and terrible games. You should be playing games that appeal to the masses. Except when I play games that appeal to the masses, they end up sucking, and then I have nothing else to play, and I paid a bunch of money for them. So, no, I completely disagree with you. I think that really it's dependent on not only is it a new release game that can hold attention, but then is it a game that's a chill game that people can interact with me and have fun and have a different kind of stream than, say, a main AAA gameplay stream. There's different kinds of entertaining streams. Just because you don't like one of them doesn't mean that it's not actually successful. It just means that your preference is that you don't like it, and then you should come on one of the streams that you do like. You know, trust me. There's going to be tons of high-profile new games coming out, including Control and 2 horror games next week. The week after that, I believe we've got at least one new one. Then we got Gears 5. Like, there's a lot of stuff coming up that you can attend and watch. Even if today I'm not doing something that you're particularly interested in, doesn't mean that tomorrow I'm not doing something different, because that's the advantage of being a variety streamer, is that every day I do something different, so it's not the same shit every day. You don't get bored and tired of what I play because it is so different, all right? So there you go. Nabucco, tip me $1, says, do girls like guys who play video games? You'd have to ask the girls that question. I'm not a girl. I couldn't answer that question. But thank you for the $1 tip regardless. Jay Bowler has subscribed to the channel for 12 months and says, look who's a longtime supporter, Phil. Jay Bowler, 12 months. Not only does that mean you have earned yourself the Jewel Ruby and Emerald encrusted Golden Crown chat badge for being such a long-time ongoing supporter, but also it has earned you the distinguished characteristic of being a pal. No, you just thanks for a year's support. I really do appreciate it. It's very nice of you for that amount of ongoing support, and thanks. I see you in the streams all the time. I know you enjoy them. Good to have you, man. Ludwig World Order fan just did 1100-bit cheer. I can't believe it. Is this actually happening? Someone unseated Infinite, not Derek, Infinite, this early in the week already. Last week he was till the last day of the week he was the cheerleader. This week he's been unseated the very first day. Very nice. So thank you, Ludwig World Order fan. He did 1100-bit cheer. He says the crown is mine. No, the throne is mine. Dragon Quest guy, suck it, Infinite. Wow. He told Infinite to suck it. That's kind of messed up. So, Ludwig World Order fan is currently very firmly in first place for cheering not only for the day's stream, but this week. Will anyone unseat Ludwig World Order fan? Or maybe he'll be the new Infinite this week. Well, he'll hold on to the title for most of the week, if not the entirety of the week. I guess we'll find out today, shall we? Okay. Continuing on. Meat Pistol Meltdown cheer. Now, this looks like it's going to be a hilarious one. Get ready for this one, guys. Ready? Get ready. He says, whether you want to admit it or not, you're getting up there in age, so it's normal to listen to stuff that isn't fast and loud. When I was a kid, my dad introduced me to Black Sabbath. 30-some years later, he says that Sabbath sounds like someone is hitting him in the head with a hammer. That's pretty funny. Listen, as I get older, I definitely think I get more mellow and chill. I used to be the guy who raged on the internet, the guy who would rant every other day about something different. People loved it when I made a rant video. People loved it when I had a channel update where I had a bunch of shit to rage about, right? I used to be the guy for that. And now, these days, like, more often than not, I don't really get too upset about much. It's actually funny. I won't go too much into this because I don't really want to start a big conversation and a big controversy and everything about it. But recently, Twitch itself, Twitch TV, has come under a lot of criticism, all right? Because apparently, and I say apparently because I'm not educated on this subject, I only know what I hear. Apparently, people are under the impression that Twitch is not treating its streamers equally, that there are certain streamers that basically are being treated poorly and or unfairly, while other streamers get away with everything. And in particular, they've been saying these female streamers recently have been getting away with so much crap, so much risque stuff, getting more ability and permissions to do stuff and basically suck in money from horny teenage dudes who are idiots and throw their money at these girls, while guys on Twitch basically have to bend over backwards to get noticed. They have to bust their ass, and they all get punished for doing stuff to terms of service that the girls all get away with it. So apparently there's been some kind of an uprising or some kind of a movement that Twitch is negative now and falling apart at the seams, and it's a bad place to stream, and everyone should rush over to Mixer, okay? Hilarious that not a single person said, let's go to Mixer until Ninja did. Like, Mixer was not even, like, on anyone's fucking radar at all. Now, all of a sudden, Ninja goes to Mixer, and now everyone jumps on the bandwagon that we should all go to Mixer, right? Funny how that happens. I'm just saying, funny coincidental timing that this all just seemed to magically happen at the same time. Gee, I wonder. All right. But anyway, I digress. People have asked me for my opinions on this. And if this were Phil from 5 to 10 years ago, Phil from 5 to 10 years ago probably would have been up in arms and swinging his arms wildly above his head, freaking out in a rage-filled rant, saying that this is ridiculous. I got to rage against the machine, even though you shouldn't look a gift horse in the mouth. You shouldn't bite the hand that feeds you, but I don't give a fuck because I'm so upset. This is so unfair and herpaderpaderpader. You know, the truth of the matter is, guys, there are things here on Twitch that I feel that I am unfairly treated about. You know, the one thing in particular that I have a gripe about is that I'm unable to participate in the sponsored streaming program. This is a program that was launched a year ago where certain game developers put their games into a listing here on Twitch, and if you were able to qualify for this promotional opportunity, you'd be able to play their game for, say, a couple hours, do a sponsored stream, and actually get paid money for the promotion of their game. okay? And I did this twice last year, and both times the streams it turned out very well, in my opinion. Very positive representations of the games. But in both cases, my asshole stalker trolls, who have no fucking lives and really are just messed up in the head, went ahead and harassed the living shit out of the game publishers and game developers, saying that this guy, all defamatory and slanderous stuff that's not true, okay? This guy who's a racist, a pedophile, and a bigot, and someone who's a chronic masturbator on stream in front of thousands of children is playing your game right now on Twitch, and you're paying him to play it. Don't you see how toxic this guy is? And just the fact that he's playing it is going to mean that your game now is represented in a negative light. Now, in reality, everything they said was completely false. And if you actually watch the promotional streams that I did of these two games, they're incredibly positive and fun. In fact, the people on the stream chat were like, wow, these games look pretty interesting and different and cool and good. You know, the streams went well. And if anything, they really did serve as very positive promotional materials for the companies, which is what they wanted out of this, you know, this sponsored stream program. But because of these shitheads going and harassing the fuck out of the game developers and publishers, they went to Twitch and basically said, listen, you know, not that it's Phil, but we got harassed so badly by these people for a couple days just because Phil played our game. You know, we don't want that to happen again. This is negative shit we don't need. So, you know, we don't want him doing that anymore. You know, not that, again, he did anything wrong, but basically Phil has these assholes who follow him everywhere, and we can't have our social media blown up negatively for 2-3 days just because he played one of our games on a sponsored stream. You know, could you please, you know, make sure that that doesn't happen again? So how's Twitch supposed to do that? Well, the only thing Twitch can do is basically remove me from the program, which is exactly what happened. I got punished for the actions of trolls. I did nothing wrong. My promotional streams were actually held in very high regard, but because the trolls harassed the fuck out of the game developers and publishers, I've lost all opportunity to ever do that anymore. All right? I'm not okay with that. I'm not. Like, I'm very, very upset about that, because that's, no lie, probably 2-3 times a month when I could be doing promotional streams with the games that I play and making lots of extra money that I need to pay my bills and could be helping me out. But instead, I don't have those opportunities because of the trolls. And it's hilarious because this is how the trolls are incredibly hypocritical, okay? They say, well, Phil e-begs constantly, and that's why we don't like him, and that's why we harass him and we do all these things to him. It's like, well, yeah, but here's the thing. Maybe if you didn't take away my opportunity to do sponsored streams like everyone else can do, then maybe I wouldn't have to e-beg because I'd be making enough extra money to pay the bills that I need to e-beg to pay the bills. You see what I mean? They don't want to talk about that, though. They don't want to take any responsibility for their own actions. They just want to pretend like, oh, the reason that Phil is in the situation he's in is 1,000,000% his own fault, and nothing has ever negatively affected him to get them to the situation where he is now. Okay? So, that's the thing, is that they want to pretend like all this is some kind of ridiculous situation I got myself into, when I will take responsibility. Yes, it is. Some of it. But whenever there seems to be a situation where maybe I could get an opportunity, I mean, oh, here comes a sponsorship opportunity. Here comes a new opportunity where I can make some extra money. These assholes take it away from me. And it's anything that I did. I didn't do anything wrong. It's all the defamatory shit and the slander and the garbage that they toss on the fucking internet, all their vitriol and all their disgusting toxic shit. No game developer wants to deal with that. So it all ends up getting taken away from me as soon as I get it, and it's bullshit, okay? Now the reason I'm bringing this up is because I, back in the day, might have said 10 years ago, fuck this, fuck Twitch, and fuck that, and fuck this, and fuck that. The bottom line is this. I've mellowed out a lot over the years. I've become a much more relaxed person. I mean, I want to do chill streams, you know what I mean? The old Phil doing chill streams, like that was the opposite of what I was all about back then, right? So, now, it's kind of like, I hear all this negative stuff about Twitch, even though I've been affected negatively with stuff on Twitch like this sponsorship program, which I feel is completely unfair that I get treated like this, okay? I kind of step back and I look at the big picture, and I say, is it possible that there is unequal treatment of people who stream on Twitch? Sure, it's possible. Absolutely, it's possible. I mean, I'm not going to make two ifs, ands, or buts about it. It probably does happen. I mean, this is kind of a commonplace thing. That I'm used to this happening on YouTube, where you would do one thing and be punished for it, but someone else would do exactly the same thing, and because they were a big content creator on YouTube, they were basically protected from any kind of negative repercussions. It's bullshit, right? Why do the big guys not have to deal with content ID, but I do? Why do the big guys not get a ridiculous amount of false copyright strikes, but I do? It's not fair, and it's not equal treatment. I'm used to being the little guy from being on YouTube, all right? But for me, here's the thing. The modern era, I look at stuff and I say, you know what? Despite the fact that things aren't perfect on Twitch, things are good here. I have a fun stream every day where I get to hang out with people and have fun. In general, we're able to control the stream chat to the point where the trolling really isn't that big of a deal. And people are able to hang out and have fun and have a chill and relaxed time on my streams. I make good money doing it. People are very generous with their contributions. I have a ton of fun here. I have more fun on Twitch than I ever did making content for YouTube, and I really actually wholeheartedly mean that. I really do have a hell of a lot more fun with these streams than I did making the offline content for YouTube. So why on earth am I now going to say, let me nitpick about what other people are getting, all right, and just basically ruin the whole situation, right? Sure, other people are getting sponsored stream opportunities, but it's not the end-all and be-all that I don't get them. I still am able to do what I love for a living and have a ton of fun here on Twitch, regardless of the fact that one opportunity is taken away from me. Sure, there may be, as people call them, thoughts, okay, who find a way to make lots of money on Twitch and skirt the rules and get away with risque shit, and dumbass teenage boys and idiot, virgins toss them fucking money on a daily basis for shit level quality streams, and they're becoming rich because of it, okay? What the hell does that have to do with me, though? And that's the way that I kind of approach it. Like, what does that have to do with me? Nothing. It doesn't affect me in the least. My streams don't appeal to that audience, and anyone who's going to watch that crap is going to go watch it regardless and never watch my content anyway. So why do I care that another kind of content creator on Twitch can actually make a living doing it like that when I'm not that kind of content creator? You see what I mean? Like, I don't give a fuck. Why would I care that kind of content creation is popular here when it doesn't cross over or affect my content at all? You see? I'm just happy at this point to be able to do what I love for a living and not see it all come crashing down and get taken away from me. Because I'll be honest, on YouTube it was kind of like that. Every year there was a new crisis on YouTube where they would fuck something up terribly, and now it was like, gee, can I keep doing this for a living, or is everything gonna get ruined and changed because they fucked up the whole system? It's not like that here on Twitch. It's never. I've been streaming here, like I said, 2.5 years. I've been a full-time streamer. I haven't had a single crisis. I just get to do what I love. I don't care about the stupid bullshit drama and nonsense that used to happen on YouTube daily, and I like that, okay? I feel like I can just come to stream and relax and have a good time with all of you. So over the years, I've definitely mellowed out. I'm a guy who at one point would have raged against every little injustice, the fact that other people are getting opportunities I don't get, the fact that, I can't do the sponsored streams. I would have lost my shit and been raising a stink to high heaven. Don't really care anymore, I'm just kind of more jaded about it, and I'm more, like I said, I'm more chill and relaxed about it. And I just want to have fun with you guys, and I don't really care about all the other drama. I have so many people, I might leave Twitch and go to Mixer. Fucking go then. Seriously, then just go. If that's the case, that you're gonna abandon this business that supported you for years, right? Then leave. Go ahead. Seriously, go. That's fine. No one's telling you to stay. I've said this a million times. I feel that competition improves things. Actually, having a solid competitor to Twitch is going to be a good and healthy thing for both Twitch and the competitors, because it's going to make both sides want to trump each other and beat each other in both delivery of the quality and other things. So let the competition begin. If people want to leave Twitch, let them. I don't think anyone should even be talked out of it. Let them go over there, and then let the two businesses compete, and we'll actually see some positive come out of this. Instead of right now, it just seems like a bunch of shit talking towards Twitch, but I don't necessarily see anyone having valid points, because most of them were only jumped on the bandwagon when Ninja went to Mixer anyway. So, okay. So that being said, let's continue on here. But me, Pistol Meltdown, you're right. I did mellow out over the years. You know, I used to be, you're right. Now I want to listen to more relaxed music. I just want to chill. I want to have chill streams. I'm not about the constant rage and stress and all that shit. I certainly don't care about competitive fighting games anymore. That's one of the things I really could not give two damns about at all. Let them go ahead and do their crazy stuff with competitive fighters. You know, another thing that just kind of went by the wayside for me. So, all right. Kanji Monster Cheers says, sometimes you skip games that people want to see and never go back to them, like Monster Hunter World. Completely wrong. I didn't skip Monster Hunter World. I played the beta and people hated it. You're completely, utterly wrong, Kanji Monster. I played Monster Hunter World. I played the beta for a full stream, and people hated it by the third hour and said it was the most boring fucking thing ever and don't play it ever again, so I didn't buy the game. So you're absolutely incorrect. Continuing on, Mikey GTR Cheer says, I didn't mean to get you upset with my last post. What do you think about Twitch allowing breastfeeding on stream? I already addressed that, and I'm not even going to talk about it again. Tyler412 did a $3 tip. He says, Phil, been watching for a long time. I haven't been too active in chat. Trying to change that. Have a good one, man. Well, thank you, Tyler, for the $3 tip. I appreciate that very much. Hold on. Let's go ahead and do this. Here we go. Thank you for that. Up to $10 in tips. Meat Pistol Meltdown cheered now and said, I think the best thing for me, or the best thing would be for top streamers, people who average 12K plus views to come together and form their own streaming site. For the streamers, by the streamers. That would be much better than Twitch or Mixer or Toxic YouTube. I mean, people have been talking about that for a million years. Back when YouTube, before anyone even streamed, people were like, wow, YouTube's really fucked up. Why can't content creators just come together and make their own video sharing site? You know, what I think is people don't realize the daunting task of having the technology and resources and funds to maintain the aspect of being able to host all of this, okay? People used to tell me, why don't you host your own videos on your own web servers and do it yourself and run your own advertisements, and that way you don't have to worry about YouTube. And I was like, you are out of your mind. Like, first of all, not only would I have to make a ginormous, like, I don't have to own a whole fucking building full of servers running constantly hosting my videos. Then I would have to have T1 level, you know, insane fiber optic internet to have people to be able to access those videos at all times at high quality. Then the incredible bandwidth of internet that I'd be paying for in order for that, right? Just to host the videos. Then I have to somehow find advertisers who, outside of an established ad program like AdSense or whatever, would want to advertise on my content. Like, that's nuts. That's insanity. It's not possible. You know what I mean? So I would say the same thing for streaming. Yeah, if there's someone out there who makes millions of dollars a year streaming, and they all teamed up, let's say there's 10 people who can all dedicate $2 million a year to starting their own streaming enterprise business. Maybe then they could hire the personnel, have the server farm, all the technical shit behind the scenes. You know what I mean? Then they could do that. But it's insane. Why do you think the two major companies for video and content creation on the internet are Google and Amazon? The two biggest fucking companies. You see what I mean? Because they're the only ones who can afford it. They're the only ones who could do it and maintain it and afford it because it's such a daunting task. It's not a surprise. All right? Ivana Bend Over did a 100-bit cheer and asked, is my refrigerator running? Yes, it is. All the things are nice and cold inside of my fridge. Thanks for asking. Meat Pistol Meltdown now cheered again and says, I think you're forgetting about all your emergency streams when you say you never had a crisis on Twitch. I think you seem to be realizing that has nothing to do with Twitch. The difference here is, when I was on YouTube, constantly there was drama and the risk that something new on YouTube was fucking up that was going to ruin my business. Oh my god, all my videos got content ID claimed. Oh my god, I got false copyright strikes. Oh my god, I can't get ads on my videos because Google Plus integration created a glitch. Oh my god, this happened, that happened. And I got tired of it. Like, at one point it's like, when do I just get to fucking make videos and have fun and not have to worry about all this stupid garbage toxicity and drama that YouTube creates on a daily basis because they don't know how to run their fucking business, you know? And then when I came over here to Twitch full time, I haven't had a single moment where that's been the case. Yes, I'll say this. 2 years ago, I had a couple issues with some of the rules. Or was it last year? I don't even remember. It was definitely a long time ago. Some of the rules on Twitch, where they changed their terms of service and made them a little bit more strict. And I got into a tiny bit of heat for it. And there were a couple times when I got suspended from streaming. Twice, okay? Since then, I, have not had a single issue. I've adapted to everything, and I have no issue with their terms of service or anything like that. Outside of that, nothing's ever happened. I've been able to, like I said, stream worry-free every single day and have a ton of fun every single day here on stream with all of you. It's not like YouTube where at any moment, something horrible could happen and ruin my business because YouTube sucks and the management sucks and the business sucks. I don't feel that's the case with Twitch. I think they know what they're doing, and even though they sometimes get negative press for silly things, I can do what I do for a living and not have to worry that tomorrow I wake up and there's a new rule that rolled out that makes it I can't stream on Twitch again and I'm done. You know what I mean? So I'm happy about that. I'm very happy about that. Things have changed massively for the better on Twitch since I started. Dude Frozen just made a point. He says, well, when you started here in 2013, you stopped streaming within like a year and a half and you went to YouTube for a while. You're right. Back then, things were different. Back then on Twitch, I didn't like what they were doing. I thought the bitrate limitations were terrible. There were no monetization options. It was just about getting ad revenue on your stream. So essentially on Twitch, there really was no way to make any money at all. It was all about fan service. Like, I can live do a stream with you guys, but nothing was really to come of it. Back then we didn't know about how interaction and everything could pan into making content better. So it was a different animal back then. And then I feel that Twitch just improved themselves more and more over the years, which prompted me to eventually come back when I wanted to make more of a go at streaming for a living because I knew YouTube wasn't viable for it, And that's the difference. Okay? Alright, so continuing on, the Honest Troll resale for 5 months. It says, I think Apple has enough money to make a video on demand site if they really wanted to. Also, is Hate Live officially dead? I mean, essentially, Hate Live isn't really going to happen again. What I do is every once in a while, if there's a reason to do a special podcast, I do it. Like, for example, after E3, I do the recap show. But why would Hate Live exist when every day we have a podcast? Every single day, my pre-stream is a podcast. So why does Hate Live need to exist when every day you guys interact with me? Oh, by the way, I also do chill interactive streams. Like, Hate Live needed to exist when I was doing offline gameplay, right? It was no integration with talking with people at all. And people wanted my opinions on things and stuff. Then Hate Live needed to exist. There's zero reason for Hate Live to exist. Every day is Hate Live, right? So there you go. Vote Democrat did a 62-bit cheer. Says, you have advice for Boogie? He's in a bad place mentally. No, I don't know anything about what's going on with Boogie. How can I give advice when I have no idea what's going on with him? I don't know anything personally about the guy. I don't know why he would be in a bad place. I'm not a psychiatrist or a psychologist or a psychic. So actually, I'm not any of the sides. I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm not a psychologist, and I'm not a psychic. So since I'm not, I wouldn't be able to give any kind of information whatsoever on how to help Boogie. And I'm sorry about that, but I hope he feels better if indeed he's not feeling good. Okay? Fair enough. There you go. Okay then. Alright. So now what I would like to do is give credit to the top cheers of the week so far. Since we actually have a significant number of people who cheered today so far. Very nice. Even though the cheering leaderboard just, oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. So anyway, I was about to, read the top cheers of the week and give credit where credit was due. And as I was about to do that, Cliffy Bureau did a 1301-bit cheer and says, I want to strip you down, cover you in green paint, and spank you like a disobedient avocado. That's very exciting news, Cliffy Bureau. It's never going to happen. But I thank you for the 1301-bit cheer. And you are now not only the top cheerer of the day, you're the top cheerer of the week. You've beaten Ludwig World Order Fan. Thank you for the top cheer of the week. Top cheer of the week there right away. It's awesome. All in one go, too. So now I guess what I can do is I can actually read off the top cheerers of the week, which is what I was going to do, until Cliffy Bureau completely undermined the whole thing. All right, so Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for the support so far today. The top cheers of the week as follows. In a tie for 8th place, we've got Golden Colts and Kanji Monster. Then we got Vote Democrat in 7th place. Ivana Bendover in 6th place. Meat Pistol Meltdown in 5th place. Mikey GTR in 4th place. Infinite 55 in 3rd place. Blue Big World Order Fan in 2nd. And now Cliffy Bureau sitting there nicely in 1st. Okay? Dark Estes has subscribed to the channel. Thank you, Dark Estes, for the sub. I appreciate that. Someone named Linda did a 100-bit cheer talking about PewDiePie get married. Well, great for PewDiePie. Happy for him. I don't give a shit about PewDiePie, so I don't care. So there you go. Cliffy Bureau now did a 199-bit cheer and says, shout out to my fellow finger sniffers for holding it down. Let's go GTA 4. All these freaking memes. All these disgusting memes that don't apply to me. They apply to other streamers, and you guys bring it to my chat. It just makes my stream so much more wholesome and fun when you bring in stuff completely unrelated to me. I love it. I absolutely love it. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, it now appears that the contributions have, slowed down. And that means that we're done with the pre-stream. It looks like what we're going to do is we're going to end the pre-stream right now. And I'm going to switch over to GTA 4. We're going to play that for our main gameplay stream. Just a reminder that later tonight will be the Chill Madden stream. I hope you'll join me for that because it went really well last week. And also, finally, the best way to contribute today is to tip me. Tipping me helps me more than anything. So please consider tipping me if at all you can. But I appreciate all contributions. Okay? All right, that's it. It's time for GTA. We end the pre-stream. Let's swap over to GTA 4. If I remember correctly, where did we end? We were just about to do a mission, right? Oh, I remember the interview, the job interview. Oh, wait a minute. Now, wait a minute. I was just about to end the pre-stream, but May Pistol Meltdown cheered. He says, I thought that finger sniffing meme was on this channel because you rub your goatee and sniff your fingers. No. Apparently, that finger sniffing meme had to do with another streamer. That's what I was told. And then when I started using the emo of Thanos, people made the jokes, oh, that looks like he's sniffing his fingers. So that's funny because it's like that meme from the other guy. So they started making that a reference to it, and then it just stayed in here forever. If people have made it into, oh, I sniff my beard or whatever, I have no fucking clue. But that wasn't how it originated. Because I know, a month or two ago, I asked about that, and people were like, no, that's a stupid Wings meme. Something that he had said on a stream about something. I don't know. His fingers smelled like something. I don't know what it was. Ivana Bendover did 100-bit cheers. Says, when were you going to play Mule Wolf Chaos? Never. Cliffy Bureau just gifted 5 subs. A 5-sub bomb by Cliffy Bureau. So Neon Zombie, Dank Nugs 27, Alice Stockton, Glory Hole Theme Park 22, and the Ghost of Chestnut have all received a gifted sub. Congratulations to all of you. Thank you, Cliffy Bureau, for the support. And Vote Democrat just did a 50-bit cheers, and shout out to Cliffy Bureau for sniffing the fingers. Big ups. All right, there you go. All right, so now I think that's going to end the pre-stream. I would like to update the sub count. Sadly, the sub count doesn't update like live. It takes like 5 minutes or more for some reason to update. Let's see. Yeah, see, well, it says 616. Let's update that because I think we were down to 606. So at the very least, it did go up a decent amount anyway. Let's update that. It may not be accurate, but I guess we'll just do that. Okay. All right, everyone. So now it appears the contributions have finally slowed down. Let's go ahead and get started with gameplay. So as I was saying, I believe what we need to do is like rush out the door and try to get to a cab to drive to the interview and see if taking the cab to the interview and then rushing in the door if I can do it. If not, if the interview gets canceled, you just reschedule it and you can do it again because it's part of the story anyway. So it's not that big of a deal. But as I said last stream, it's annoying that in this part of GTA 4, you don't have a safe house in the main island, but all of your fucking missions are in the main island. So it's like you don't have an opportunity to like save and then do stuff, which is really annoying. And so that's why I had to like rush last session. I was out of time to play. I had to rush across the island to save, and now I got to try to rush back to see if we can make it for this interview or not. Okay? All right, so that is it. Let's end the pre-stream. And let's get started with GTA 4. Hope you guys are excited. Thanks for being patient. Thanks to everyone who contributed, including Cliffy Bureau, the top cheerer, and Red Skeleton for the top tip so far of the day. That's it. Let's end the pre-stream and let's get started with... excuse me. Let's get started with the stream.